Hello.
I can put, it's the 50?
50,
51, right?
51.
This one. You can read it from there either, okay? Then two, and the final without. Ready?
Yes.
Go.
How much pot could a pot roast if a pot roast could roast pot? How much pot could a pot roast if a pot roast could roast pot? How much can work?
In the back, as back as you can.
Put like
Back,
this,
back.
you know.
You can bite it. You can bite it.
Yeah. Right in front.
There you go.
How much pot could a pot roast if a pot roast could roast pot? How much could food pot roast if a pot roast could roast pot?
Do it again with the pen. One more time.
How much pot could a pot roast if a pot roast could roast pot?
Remove it.
How much pot could a pot roast if a pot roast could roast pot?
There you go. How are you feeling? You feel that you've
Yeah,
improved?
yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Now try open your mouth like if you were a whale and you were speaking like Finding Nemo. Okay, now you will say like
The same thing,
huge,
right?
extending all the words. Okay, like how much pot could a pot roast if a pot roast could roast pot? Twice. Don't worry,
Okay.
we won't laugh. Please try
How,
not laughing. I know it's funny, but
fine.
okay.
How much pot could a pot roast?
Extended more. How much
How
more?
much pot could a pot roast if a pot roast could roast pot?
Extend the word, not raise your volume.
Okay.
Just how much
How
pot?
much could pot how much pot could a pot roast if a pot roast could roast pot?
Okay, now try it saying fast and normal.
How much pot could a pot roast if a pot could roast pot?
Giving him a big hand.
Thanks.
Better. Next. Okay, come back. Yours is 51?
No,
No,
50,
50. How much wrong will, okay.
How much ground will a groundhog? If a
Hold
groundhog,
on a second there. Can you repeat this word?
how much?
Much.
Much,
Much.
much,
Much.
much,
Much.
much,
Open your mouth. Much.
much.
Okay, go.
How much ground will a groundhog? If a groundhog could hog ground, a groundhog could hog all the ground he could hog. If a groundhog could hog ground, how much ground will a groundhog? If a groundhog could hog ground, a groundhog could hog all the ground he could hog. If a groundhog could hog ground, how much ground will a groundhog hog? If a groundhog could hog ground, a groundhog could hog all the ground he could hog. If a groundhog could hog ground, how much ground will a groundhog hog? If a groundhog could hog ground, a groundhog could hog all the ground he could hog.
Back. There.
Okay. How much ground will a groundhog? If a groundhog hog all the ground, a groundhog could hog all the ground he could hog. If a groundhog could hog ground, how much ground will a groundhog? If a groundhog could hog ground, a groundhog could hog all the ground he could hog. If a groundhog could hog ground,
Remove it.
how much ground?
How
How much ground will a groundhog hog? If a groundhog could hog ground, a groundhog could hog all the ground he could hog. If a groundhog could hog ground,
now you'll do it the same as Kausu.
in a loud voice.
In loud voice and extending the words. Okay?
Okay.
How much ground in every vowel you will open your mouth like hugely, like if you were a whale,
Okay.
you know?
Okay. How much ground will a groundhog?
How
Much ground
much,
will a
how
groundhog?
much,
How much
there you go.
ground will a groundhog? If a groundhog will hog ground, a groundhog will hog all the ground.
Groundhog.
Will hog all the ground. He could hog. If a groundhog will hog ground.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Congratulations. Go this. Go please. Okay, come. Yours is
Yeah,
really
true.
difficult. This one's complicated, so don't worry.
True, three trees, three, free,
Are you able to listen what she's saying?
True, three trees, free, fleas flew, while these fleas flew, frizzy breeze blew, frizzy breeze made this tree, freeze, frizzy tree made these trees, cheese freeze, that's what made these free, fleas sneeze. Through through trees, three fleas flew, while these fleas flew, freezy breeze made these trees freeze, frizzy trees made these trees cheese freeze. That's what made these trees free fleas sneeze.
Okay, a little bit louder.
Louder.
Okay, go. Open your lips a little bit, like with your canyons.
True, true. While geese, city, net, trees, that's what said this, trees. Through trees, three free fleas flew, while these fleas flew, frizzy breeze made these trees freeze, frizzy trees made these trees freeze. That's what made these three free fleas sneeze. Through three free fleas flew, while these fleas flew, frizzy breeze made these trees freeze, frizzy trees made these trees cheese freeze. That's what made these three free fleas sneeze.
Okay, perfect. Congratulations. Thank you. Then I